Man, I tell you what, I'm super excited about this lesson because this is like putting I don't know, two or three different things that we have learned this year all into one single lesson. So it kind of makes me excited because this is like we've kind of been building up to this with different things, okay? Because we took time the past couple weeks of rounding and estimating, and now we're getting into estimating quotients, okay? So it's going to be rounding because that's what estimating means. Remember, estimating means finding an answer that's close, and we use this other word previously. It says reasonable. We're going to find a reasonable answer. In quotients is answer to a division problem. So we're going to be estimating division problems to find an answer that maybe it could be. And this is something that we want to be able to do kind of quickly because we don't want to get stuck so much on the estimating part that then we get caught up on that, and then when we actually are dividing, that it takes even longer, okay? And again, this is a great way to figure out maybe what your answer is going to be close to or what it's going to be near. Like I'm telling you, if you can get this down, it will make long division, so much easier for the rest of this year. So it's important that hopefully you're meeting with me today or you have met with me today and you're doing this lesson as well. So let's go ahead and start off. Let's get into a problem here. So let's do 267 divided by 74. Okay, so this is, again, I told you it's got a lot of stuff that we've done so far this year. So the first thing is we want to estimate. We want to figure out what this is going to be close to without actually having to do the long division. Okay? Now, we're going to look at our divisor. So we have dividend, divisor, and then we're looking for our quotient, which is the answer. Okay? So our divisor is actually what we want to look at first. When we're setting this up, this is just kind of like a side note. When we set this up, it looks like this, 267 divided by 74. So your dividend, I remember it because it's like a den. It's in the house. Dividend is in the house. The divisor, the outside of the house. The divisor wants to try to come in to the house. So that's why we do 74. Try to see how many times 74 can go into 2, how many times it can go into 6, how many times it can go into 7. Because it's trying to get in. Okay, so the dividend is in the house, the divisor is on the outside, and the quotient is going to be up here at the top. It's going to be our answer. Okay, but we're not going to actually divide right now. We're going to estimate to find out what our answer should be close to without actually having to do all of this. So the first thing that we want to do is look at our divisor. We have a 74 here, and we want to round it to the nearest 10. So what is 74 closest to? So that's why I was saying, this is going back to Module 1 when we were rounding. Well, 74 is closest to 70. Okay. And I know it's kind of weird because we're working backwards, like we're working the opposite way, but we're at 70 here. Okay. Now, we have 7 here. I want you to just think about 7. And this is where knowing your multiples is super, super important. So knowing 7 times 1, 7 times 2, 7 times 3. So I'm going to write those down real quick. Okay, so we have a 7. We've got 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. I'm going to stop right there for right now because I see a number that's kind of close to 267. Now remember, I can add zeros to these. Because really we're not looking at 7, we're looking at 70. Okay, so really I'm writing down my multiples of 7, and then I just added zeros behind it. So now, well, what is 267 closest to? Well, it's not that one. It's more than 210. It's less than 280. So now you got to think, well, which one is it closest to? Well, 267 is close to 280. So we're going to put 280 down here. Okay. So now we get to do our shortcut. Now we're doing what we did in our previous lesson. Cross off this 0, cross off this 0. 28 divided by 7 So 267 divided by 74 should be close to 4. It might be more than 4, but it's kind of helping us out knowing that, or it could be less than 4 as well, but our answer should be somewhere around 4. And last year when you divided, you had remainders. This year we have remainders, but we change those remainders either into fractions or we make them into decimals. We're really going to look at fractions first, making our remainders fractions. But 267 divided by 70, it's going to be somewhere around 4. Might be a little more, might be a little less. That's an estimate. Remember, estimates are not perfect. All right, so here's our next one. 133 divided by 63. Remember, we are estimating. We're not actually finding this answer. We want to know what it's going to be closest to. All right? So, look at 63. Let's round 63. Well, 63 would round down to 60. Now, again, this is important that you know in your multiples. Okay? So, we're looking at 6. So, we have 6, 12, 18. I'm going to stop right there. Remember, this is not just 6, it's 60. So add your zeros. Well, I'm stopping here because I see 133. I'm already past 133. Okay? Got 60, 120. So it's in between 120 and 180. Well, what is it closer to? Well, 133, that would be 130. That would be closer to 120. So again, cross off those zeros. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. So if we divide 133 divided by 63, it's going to be close to 2. It might not be exactly 2. It's going to have some kind of remainder. And it could be 1 something, and the remainder could be make it close to 2. Okay? Or it could be 2 something, and the remainder might be closer to 2. Again, this is an estimate. So 133 divided by 63 is about 2. All right, here's our next one. We have 86. 733 divided by 86. Remember, always look at the divisor first. Don't round this number first. Round the divisor. It'll make it easier for you. So 86, let's round 86. 86 would round 5 or more. We raise this 4. It would round to 90. And again, you know your multiples of 9. And this becomes pretty easy. I'm going to keep going though. But remember, this is not just 9, it's 90. So you got 9, add your 0. 18, 27, 36. Now, I'm going to keep going because this is 360. I'm trying to get to 733. And I'm hoping that eventually you won't have to write these down. You'll just be able to see it. See a basic fact of 9 and what's close to 73. Okay? So 360, 450, 540. So I'm just using my multiples of 9. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63. We're getting closer. 72. Next one would be 810. Okay, so which of these is closest to 733? Well, I know it's way down here. I got 720, got 810. Looks like it's going to be 720. And you can actually do two things. If you've written all these multiples, you can just count until you get to 720. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you don't do that, cross off the 0 over here, cross it over here. 72 divided by 9 is, like we just said, 8. So 733 divided by 86 is going to be close to 8. Not exactly 8, close to it. Remember, we're estimating today. All right, so what is different about this problem than our last one? Well, we are going to do 3-digit divided by 2-digit numbers, but we're also doing 4-digit divided by 2-digit numbers, okay? It's almost going to be exactly the same. We're just going to do something a little bit different, okay? Now, we're still going to round that divisor first. So, 57, well, that's going to round up to 60. So we're going to be looking at our multiples of 6. So if I put my multiples of 6, I got 6, 12, and last time we only added 1 0. This time, though, we're going to add 2 zeros. So we're looking at 600. 1,200. Okay, and we're trying to get to 3,225. So still using my multiples of 6. And again, if you can think about your 6, looking at these first two numbers, you're looking at 32. How many times can 6 go into 32? It's not going to be exact. We're going to get a close number though. Okay, so 6, 12, 18, add my 2 zeros. 24, add my 2 zeros. 30, add my 2 zeros. Ooh, we're getting close. And 36, add my 2 zeros. Okay, stopping right there because I already passed 3,225. So now I need to pick which one I'm going to use. Well, it's above 3,000. It's below 3,600. It's still closer to 3,000. So there are two things that we can do here. You can just go ahead and count your multiples. If you've written down your multiples, you can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be estimated to 5. I'll just write it right here for a second. Now, I'm going to do the shortcut way, where we look at our divisor. Sorry for the phone call interruption. We are now back to the regular scheduled program of dividing by, or estimating and dividing. All right, so we were looking at 60 here, and I said we can do our shortcut way, where we take away a 0, we take away a 0. Okay, now, this is where sometimes it can get a little tricky, because normally I've said box the zeros. Well, if you box the zeros, we can't do 3 divided by 6, okay? So really you're only going to be boxing 1 0 here, because if you box both, we wouldn't get the right answer. So we're going to box just this one and do 30 divided by 6, which would be 5. Okay, and then again, we need to make sure we add the 0 on to the end. Okay, so our answer is going to be close to 50. Now, when I did my multiples over here, I got 5, but you got to add your 0 back over here. So the answer is going to be close to 50. All right. So I like doing it this way, because this way we knew it was our 5th multiple, but 60 times 5 would only give me 300, not 3,000. So you just got to make sure that you add that 0. And that's kind of like what we did over here, that extra 0 that we had to have, so we add it back at the end. Okay, let's go on to our next one. We got one more practice problem. All right, so our last one, we have 5,017 divided by 93. So again, we're going to look at our divisor and round it. 93 would round down to 90. So again, we can put down our multiples. Oh, we already had our 9s, 1 point. Down again, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. And I'm going to stop there because we're already at 5,017. Because remember, we're looking at 90 here, so we can add a 0. But we kind of have to, I'm going to go ahead and do it this time because I forgot kind of last time. We have that extra 0 on at the end that we're going to have to add to our answer. All right, so we're going to say 5,400. Okay, so 5,400, which is what we have. We got 5,400 divided by 90. Take away the 0. 0. Box this 0. 54 divided by 9. Well, that would be 6. Add your 0 back. 60. So an estimate for this would be 60. It's going to be somewhere close to 60. Might be a little bit more, might be a little less, but if you only got like 6 as your answer, or if you got like 33 as your answer, we would be able to say, well, that's way off because we estimated that should be around 60. All right, I hope this helps. I hope you showed up to class today as well, so that way you can get more practice on this, because I'm telling you, this is a great way to help you when you're dividing with our long division. Good luck. See you later. Have a good weekend.